welcome back to Martial Art After Reaction 2. Boom, baby! Subscribe to my channel. I hope you like the content. Put the comments below if you like to see more of this content, and make sure you subscribe to this channel if you want to see more of this guy right here. We're very energetic kind of dude. He looks pretty stoned in this video. So this, as JKD potential as well. Let's look at the counters that he's doing. He's portraying in this video.
Of a Jeet Kune practitioner. There's a lot of different ways to defend leg kicks, and there's a lot of different ways to throw leg kicks. We're going to touch on the points here and see how it works.
I love the fact he has the Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. Talking about JKD. Instead of like a Jeet Kune shirt or Bruce Lee shirt or something. Where you see a lot of which is great because he understands the concepts of JKD, but he's bringing in Jiu-Jitsu, which Bruce Lee has done. I don't know. Bruce Lee didn't have the high level of Jiu-Jitsu, so if he added it to that curriculum, that's what Bruce Lee wants you to do. Add to the style. And making it your own.
Got Professor JD here from KC Dojo in something.
Now, Professor JD, those who not familiarize the instructions. The instructor in martial arts. So in karate you have sensei. The Chinese martial arts you have sifu. And the Brazilian jiu-jitsu they're known as professors. I think so. I mean, in the instructor's world, we have different levels of understanding what the title of the instructor. Philippine martial artists or gurus. So it's really variation of what title you are. Even I mean, it's again, it's just a title. There's letting people know that you are a full-fledged instructor.
Carolina the Martial Arts Unlimited Association. So, real quick, we're going to talk about just how to counter round kicks. There's a lot of different ways to throw it. We're going to deal pretty much with either the lead or the rear round kick. That's the only two options, unless you have a different kind of anatomy. The slowest one is going to be the rear round kick, but it's the one that can deal the most potential damage. So if he throws like a good Thai style round kick, bang, just like that, hips rotation, everything like that.
So what? It's a good Thai kick, round kick, and that just really means because the Thai, they don't hit the back of the foot. They hit with the shin. In the karate, you taught to hit the back of the foot. We don't, and then you don't do shin condition. And Muay Thai, they do.
That I'll go here. Boom, hands up, and like you're putting the weight into it, full rotation, things like that. Go ahead. Bang. So naturally, when he throws a kick like that, and he can put a lot of weight into it, I'm gonna want to intercept. That's the name of the game for JKD. The problem is
Well,
that kick.
yeah, Jeet Kune literally means the interception fist of foot. Well, and originally, he even emphasized it in the uh TV show Long Street of foot. So he added that. So yeah, that and well, the first part of JKD is the interception part. That's the main thing.
Is really strong. So there's a couple different ways to think about interception here. I like to think of it as levels. So the first level is when he throws the round kick, I'll bear into it as I throw the cross. Okay, so he goes in, he throws, and I try to touch him. Problem is I'm still eating that kick, and it can ride up a little bit, and like it can hurt, especially if you throw it wham. Like
I like leg distortions. Leg distortions or where he kicks, I hit the shin, and then I'll go into a straight lead or whatever. I'll go into I would count that, and then and go into maybe a Superman punch, because I'm catching it, and I can go into that Superman punch type deal, and that works.
like with a good, you know, Coach Eric Paulson, he's got a cool counter when you throw the round kick. He and then he throws that hit to the body. Oh, it's gross. Anyway, that's a different kind of thing. That's one step second after. That's less interception and more countering. I want to
Why
intercept.
did you high pitch that gross? Oh, gross! And then he sounds British in the eyes of Mike. He sounds more American in this.
He throws that round kick, I'll eat it and throw the right hand. A lot of times people will kick like this, and then bang, it's right down the pipe. Okay, so when I do this, I'm kind of bearing into it as I extend the hand. One more time. Bang! And if his head's off center line, I
You
won't
don't
hit.
want to eat the kick. You don't. You just don't. You don't want it. You don't want. Ideally, you want a fade. But if you want to counter a kick, it's the best way to cut or go and or catch. You might suffer the blow a little bit. Then you go in and trap. You go in the trap their leg and hit. And not only when you hit, you get the takedown. Right? If that's your F is that your goal. Um, that move out the center line of the attack. So if they go to attack, you want to move. You want to use that move like inside step, and then you can cut into a punch, and to intercept it. Let's see if he does that.
Hit. So that's the one downfall of that. Why not intercept with the lead hand? Do what they call the straight lead, which is famous in JKD, is keeping the elbow down. We're gonna kind of stay on this line here when I intercept. So when it's here, like so.
He's not. See, the thing is, what he doing the straight lead is more of a big rotation. It's not just go up here. That's more of a Wing Chun punch. The I don't have to stand up. The proper when I say proper JKD punch, it's more of a rotation with the hips, and I'm going out to here. It's the same concept. My hands need to be right here, and I throw a punch. The ideal is throwing a punch, and then when I'm sidestepping, it's going. Let me go into the here. I'm moving, and I'm using the rear leg and popping that out. That's the straight lead. Let's continue.
So when he goes to throw it here, I'm hitting before he can really kind of hit me. Yeah, so he goes again, bang, and I'm trying to really kill the hit. That's the one good thing about defending against that rear kick is a lot of times it's going to take time for him to land it so I can go real slow, and get him there. And he's going to take a lot of that bite off.
Yeah.
If you don't commit, and I'm out here, man,
Bruce, if you go to sparring,
no
he does a good job of doing that as
CJ
well.
Bruce talked about intercepting their emotional content. It's basically when they, whatever tell they have, that's when you go. Another thing.
I think he's. I mean, he's not completely spot on. He got the gist of it. So what that is basically is trying to get really good at watching the body, how to move. The people will tell if they're gonna kick. See if they see if they see if you can see the tail when they got a kick. Some people will look down due to a kick. Some people make a adjust a step when they do a kick. It's if you come to fade and let them kick and see how they throw a kick. See when they try to kick. They have a tell. You watch the body language and how when you spar and when you do sparring. Obviously you can watch them when you spar and you do class. You spar that person a few times. You end up learning that person where they gonna throw a kick, right? Or in the instructor, you can watch people and watch all the people who throw spar. You could learn their body languages. It's really hard to do so, especially when you're sparring, is to read. Because the idea when you're sparring or fighting, you are wanting to read the body language, the body, how they throw a punch, that maybe they or might they, because you want to intercept that kick, because by the time they throw it, you don't want to make it too late. You don't want a mistake and get hit. So that's the idea here.
To note is that we're both matching leads here. So a lot of times, and we've mentioned this before, if Cijo didn't know the person really well, he would go into this open stance situation here, where he's in his orthodox stance and I'm in southpaw. When that rear kick comes, now it's going to come to the middle here, because boom, it's just easier to.
This is why you want to train both sides. If you have the dominant your dominant hand is left, then fight on the right side. If you first, so if you train on that, you want that your less dominant side as strong as your dominant side. So play with that and during sparring, and so when you spar on the less dominant side, you are initially you are trying to get better to that side.
To hit something, you can hit here, of course. Bam! Like you can hit there, of course, but ideally, like it's easier. Bang! That's the kick you have to look out for. So what I'm gonna do is when he goes to throw that kick, I'm already stepping out and putting in the straight glass there. So again, here, as soon as that goes. So if I do this.
When I did the leg session, the guy was hitting my leg. He was hitting my thigh. And when I lift my left up and I use my knee, my elbow to hit that shin, was, when you don't condition the shin, that person was hurting. He was out for, he was in class for 3 days.
To the camera here, It's like I'm taking a step at a 45, like so, and then boom, putting it there, but doing it simultaneously. So here he goes, bang, like that. Middle range here still works. You can eat it here and touch. I hate that. Don't do that. One way to do it if I'm having the matches
No
lead
shit.
and he's gonna throw a rear middle, bang, is I'm gonna actually face the kick, boom, and then touch.
Yeah, that's more of a normal thing to do. Is to now the downfall is that you are in this shin. The shin is bone. I don't care if they condition it or not. It's gonna suck balls. If they condition that the shin, it's gonna hurt even more. But you are not your taking away some of the momentum. You're taking away some of the power by deflecting it and then go in for your shot.
Hurts on forearms, I'm not gonna lie. But as part of the curriculum here, he would be here and then touch and then go. But I don't think he had to deal, I personally don't think C-Troopers had to deal with like good TIE fighters with them shins. I think he dealt with more karate style. We'll get to that in a minute, but this is the rear tie. So I'm not sure I would do that one. One I have done a lot is I'll shoulder roll here, and I'll throw it right down there. This is getting hit on the back, so gotta have good back muscles. So I'm good. So he's back, bang,
Or just good back general, because if you not just the muscles, but if you don't have a prolonged pain like mine, if you got just a bad back in general, you don't want to do that. You just, I mean, unless you do keep up with your back straightening your back up, the back exercise all the time. The rolling off a hit like that, it works, and yeah, you still get hit, but the idea is that it's not gonna be so bad that you can't counter and try to go for the knockout if you competing.
Again, not my favorite. If I had to choose anything, it would be the open stance straight lead. Hence JKD, right? It's to the head. When he's here, this is terrifying, right? Like just taking it here and scooping it, even with a little cheat step here, that's still a lot of shin to connect. So luckily, same thing here. When a head kick comes, it's really easy to kind of read it and intercept it that way. Does that make sense? I hope. So, again,
yeah, it makes sense, but it's timing. When you do something like that, and you have to be really comfortable, going for that hit, get into that to that thing, to intercept that part. It's a timing. People easy to misjudge the range of that kick, so you have to know the range, and you know that you have to have a good timing for that to work, or else all you'll be just gonna be hitting a head kick, my guy. So not bad. I just would like to see. So your brother's same height. He probably got a couple of heads ahead of you. I don't know if so it looks like he does kind of have a little more of a reach than you. So you're getting it, you taking it you're going deep enough where you can use that cut and hit with a straight lead, which is what you want. But if you don't time that right, if you don't judge the distance right, you're gonna get hit. You gotta eat a kick. So practice, work with that, play with that as well. So let's continue.
it's something here, just like that. Oop, lost your mic. When he kicks to the head, I'll touch just like that. Again, protecting my face. And this isn't that open stance kind of situation. I'm gonna try. if I know he's throwing a lot of rear kicks, I'm going to try and get into that open stance and create a lot of distance, getting away from it. I have personally a bad habit of people throw round kicks, and I do literally nothing. But, you know, psychological, man. Boom, yeah, you didn't do nothing. But that's not the JKD mindset. Now let's deal with the lead kick. So there's a lot of different ways to throw the lead kick. The scariest is the switch kick. So if he goes, bang, that's fast. So when he does it again, yeah, like it's hard to kind of see that one. If he pendulums.
Switch kicks are he's switching his stance, and then he's hitting with the lead leg. He's changing the lead leg. In other words, he's switching the stance like he just did, and go with that kick. So as if he's throwing that rail kick, but now he's switching, and then he's throwing his rear kick becomes the lead lead kick, round kick, and now you have to deal with that. You can do the same tactic where you can use the movement and then go to the punch to a punch from there. But again, any kicks that's coming at you, you want to fade, check the kicks. You have to do you go to do something. Oh, you go to just eat the kick. And you don't want to eat the kick when you sparring or competing, whatever. You know, you want to check it. If it's that leg destructions where you check it and hit the destroying with the leg with the elbow, or doing something like that. And you want to deal with it. So and make him not want to throw a kick at you anymore because of that.
Oh, pendulum.
Yeah. That one's a little bit different. It's not nearly as terrifying, but actually it'll score more just because it's an atypical angle. This is where I will.
The pendulum kicks are where it looks like you galloping. So it's more of I move my rear and I kick. And then the lead leg, kind of, so my rear leg, boom, and then you kick, boom, you come back. That's what those pendulum kicks are, and Bruce love those kind of kicks.
This is not necessarily JKD, but it's part of like my kickboxing curriculum of the year. I'll lean to touch and throw. I'll go in, like that. So that's a me thing here where I will block and then I'll touch with my lead hand. I really like doing that because it gets people messed up on their distancing. But let's take it from the interception side. So the first interception here is just touching. I'll block my side here and then I touch. Okay? And then I touch. Okay? Sometimes it's so hard because of how fast that kick is to touch before you can throw it, but man, that's hard. I'll come in, boom, and I try and touch. Again, the touch is to check his hands. If I can do that when he throws the switch, I know the right hand can follow. Bang, and bang. Sorry. Okay. The pendulum's a bit different. Pendulum kind of like hides. Yeah, that was good. The pendulum hides. Bang. A lot of times I won't use my hands to intercept because if I go in, there's not a good target. I'll use my legs. So the first one's the dumb tech here. Okay, boom, and I just use my rear leg.
So basically, he's saying, "Well, I want to use like a step hit." Basically, he uses something from Wing Chun, and you can actually use it as. Let me escape real quick. I gotta check the time. So he basically using it as a step hit. He's reacting. He sees it. He comes in. He checks it, and then it'll go back with his own pendulum kick, or he can go and do like a Superman punch or Superman jab, or whatever. Whatever counter moves that he wants, he can use.
And then I'll put my hand out to stop him because he'll follow up, and I touch. Now, This one I suck at. I'm way better at the rear dumb tech. But he goes again. And I'll stop there. But it's a literally a Jeet jut tech, intercepting side kick. It looks like a horrible side kick. I just lift it up, turning my feet like that. In bare feet, this sucks. In shoes, it sucks for him. Okay?
Yeah.
Bang, like that. Sorry. Bang, bang. I personally really like going against people that pendulum because it's so easy to stop it. It doesn't cost me a lot. And that's like, but it's kind of rare these days to see that one.
Yeah.
It's more like they'll do the switch. And it's so hard to time the switch with the dumb tech that way, but it's so hard. I want to see your like best karate round kick.
From lead leg or rear leg?
Doesn't matter, whatever's in your heart. All right, so see how it chambered and snapped? Do it again. Okay, so a lot of times when I read that, as someone who does a lot of like, not traditional Thai, but as someone who does a lot of kickboxing with a Thai background, I don't see that kick so much anymore. And it's not bad, because it's gonna have me kind of get ready to chamber, and I'm kind of open to get toe kicked. What do they call that?
I call it roundhouse.
Roundhouse?
Yeah, round kicks is flat foot, roundhouse is ball of the foot.
Okay. So, but anyway, it's kind of a scary kick because it's fast and it can touch. So getting in there is really hard. Again, I will advise you, create as much distance as you can. You get, like, let's say if I'm sparring JD and he lands that kick, I'm gonna be all right, cool, that kick was way faster than I can react, especially as I'm getting older now. So I'm creating as much distance, and hands up here, so then I'm here, boom, and I can touch. Sorry, you okay?
Yep.
That was your
Elbow.
that was my elbow on your foot. But you see how I can protect that and use my intercepting jab to really close the distance. Okay? So I want you to take this home and kind of work on it, see how that kind of straight lead will work. Now, there's a lot of problems with the straight lead. Here's my one problem with it in terms of intercepting this way. Okay? He fakes that into a Superman.
Oh, and Superman.
Oh yeah, Superman. Whoa! You're wide open in that regard. The twist kick is always there too, what you just did. I get tagged with that. That's my kick, dude. I get tagged with that a lot. But I'll do the straight lead. So yeah, you throw it around. And he'll fake it now. Boom! And I've gotten there. I got a guy. That's all he does. He just spams and he goes, bink.
Spams it.
Bink. Bink. Just so I don't know when it's coming. I'm like, man! So from that right lead though, when he fakes it, it's
you're already in a weird spot, so it's not I don't want to fire it.
You don't fire it as good, but it's still there. So just be aware of it. Like, nothing is surefire. This is one of those moves that when you can throw it, you're like, oh, okay. But don't spam it, because if they know how to Superman, which most people watch UFC or play any of the UFC games, it's a great move. So that's my one thing, because that elbow is down, as opposed to the traditional boxing jabs, where now you're going there.
Yeah, I don't remember. I forgot.
Oh, no worries.
It was earlier, but it was something.
Okay. Well, if you have any questions, make sure you leave them in the comments. Great segue.
There we go.
And then if you want more stuff like this, make sure you like the video, subscribe to the channel if you are new, hit that bell notification so you never miss these handsome faces. Oh yeah, we gotta flex. And we'll catch you guys in the next video. Party on.
Not bad though. I do like his intro. This is my first time reacting. The the outro is not bad with a little flame going out. As far as the JKD, I don't know. I would like to see. I gotta see what his trapping hits is. It's like I see a lot of. I see Pawn Fu next trapping. I've seen Dan Locke's his first in trapping. Everybody teaches trapping differently. I teach trapping different as well. So everybody teach it a little different. But not bad. I do see some things that he could work on, but as far as a tip, try to do a little tip, that's not bad. Alright, man. Thank you for watching. I'm out.